What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the importance of grip strength and also how to improve your grip strength from home, no gym needed. Now, when it comes to fitness or calisthenics, grip strength is a very overlooked component in one's health. We're always focused on, training our chest, training our back, training our legs, but we often neglect our grip strength. But the thing is grip strength is so important, not in just calisthenics, but even in activities of daily life. I mean, think about it. Even opening a door requires grip strength, carrying your groceries requires a good amount of grip strength, and so many other small activities, even picking up a cup requires grip strength. And not to mention, to relate it back to fitness and calisthenics, a lot of us have weaker grip strength versus our back. So when it comes to pull-up, our grip is the thing that gives out before our back musculature does. So in order to be a more efficient overall athlete, training your grip strength is a must. Now in calisthenics, as your grip gets stronger, it's only going to help you with your skills such as pull-ups, muscle-ups, and even more advanced skills such as like the human flag and front lever. If you can barely hang on to a bar for even 30 seconds due to your grip strength, chances are you're not going to be able to do that many pull-ups. And as we continue to work on our strength, it'll only help our functional daily activities, like I mentioned before, such as grocery shopping, and even small tasks like opening jars. It can make a big difference. Now, what's really interesting is that there's a lot of research out there that correlates one's grip strength to one's mortality rate, which means that as people's grip strength is stronger, their quality of life with age is a lot better. So oftentimes this strength is a great biomarker for healthy aging. And another benefit of improving your strength and your grip is that it's actually going to be good for your wrist joint and your elbow joint. So if you have a lot of wrist pain, instead of just stretching them out, start focusing on the root of the issue, which may be your grip strength, and your wrist joint will thank you, and same with your elbow joint. And the reason that affects your elbow joint is because grip strength is primarily driven from your forearm muscles. A lot of people think that grip strength are the tiny intrinsic muscles in your hand, and while that does contribute to grip strength, the main power drivers are actually your forearm muscles. So keep that in mind as you are trying to improve your grip. So we're going to be going over 3 exercises that you can do to improve your grip from home, no gym needed at all, just some everyday household items. And I'll be going over how many reps and sets you should be doing and how often to incorporate throughout the week at the end of each exercise, so you won't have to figure it out yourself. So exercise number 1 is going to be towel ringouts. As the name suggests, the only piece of equipment you're going to need is a towel, and go ahead and just fold the towel up in this rectangular pattern. And once you do, all you got to do is roll it up just like that, and you're just going to grab onto the towel with both your hands, and with one hand you're going to be twisting your hand back, and the other hand you're going to be twisting your hand forward, just like this. This creates a movement called wrist extension on one arm and wrist flexion on the other. So we are training both extension and flexion at the same time by wringing the towel out. Now, important thing to know when we do these, try and keep your arms straight, just like this, because if your elbows bend, we're going to start to kick in a lot of our biceps and triceps, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But right now we're trying to focus on our grip strength, and our biceps and triceps aren't responsible for that. So again, try to keep your arms straight. You can also do this on a table to support your arms so that they don't bend. And you're just gonna wring the towel out so that one wrist is going into flexion and the other is going into extension. Once you get to the end point of wringing it out, you can hold it for about a second or 2 and then relax. And you're just gonna do the exact same thing for 3 sets of 10 repetitions. And then you're just gonna switch. So the wrist that was going into flexion is now gonna go into extension, and you're just going to wring the opposite way. So both directions, 3 sets of 10 is your goal. Exercise number 2 is going to be banded finger extensions. All you're going to need for this exercise is going to be a hair tie or a rubber band, and you're just going to wrap it around your fingers just like this. From here, all you're going to be doing is trying to spread your fingers all apart, hold there for about 3 seconds, and then slowly come back. Again, you can do this with a rubber band or a hair tie, and the purpose is to spread the fingers open just like that, hold for a few seconds, and then relax. We're gonna try and do 3 sets of 10 repetitions on both hands. Now you might be wondering why we're doing this exercise, since grip strength involves closing our fingers like this. And this exercise, I'm telling you to spread your fingers open like this. But as I mentioned earlier, your grip strength is derived from your forearm muscles. And it's not just the front of the forearm, which is responsible for grasping like that. It's actually a mixture of your front and back of the forearm. So these are your extensor muscles of your forearm, and it's responsible for opening your fingers up like this and then bringing your wrist back just like this. And a lot of people have very under-trained wrist extensors. And if we want optimal grip strength, we want strong contributions from both the wrist flexors and the extensors. So it's important that we don't negate our wrist extensor strength. So these fingertip extensions are golden. Exercise number 3 is gonna be isometric ball squeezes. The only equipment you need for this exercise is gonna be a ball. If you don't have a ball, you can just go ahead and wrap up your towel into a ball shape just like this and use it like that as well. But super straightforward exercise. All you're gonna do is just squeeze the ball really, really tight and hold that for 10 seconds and then relax. This mimics exactly what we would do on a pull-up bar, where we're constantly activating our grip strength. So these ball squeezes are a great way to train. You're gonna perform 5 sets of 10-second holds for this exercise on both hands. And again, if you don't have a tennis ball, you can just get a rag or a small towel, fold it into a ball, and perform the same exact exercise, just squeezing for 10 seconds. So there you have it. There are 3 exercises that you can do from home with just everyday items, and doing so will help your grip strength. Now, how often should you be doing these exercises? I personally would recommend that you do all 3 of those exercises anywhere from 1 to 2 times a day for about 3 to 4 days a week. These aren't high impact exercises, so you can afford to do it multiple times throughout the week, and it's very easy to incorporate these with your workouts. I always recommend that you do grip strength exercises after you're done with your workouts, because if you do it in the very, very beginning, it might actually gas your grip out to the point where you can't do your other lifts properly. So if I have a big pull-up day, I'm not gonna wanna gas my grip out before I do pull-ups, or I won't be able to do pull-ups efficiently. So if you're gonna do it with your workouts, do it at the end of the workouts and you should be fine. Also, I do wanna mention that I do offer a free 3-day course that focuses on helping you get started in your fitness journey no matter where you are. And the main focus of this course is to build a workout habit. So if you feel like you have a hard time staying consistent starting fitness and you're overwhelmed with all the noise on social media where everyone makes it so complex to start, this free course is just for you. I have over 350 students that have signed up already and taking advantage of it, so make sure to take advantage of it. The link is in the description below. And if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment down below if you have any other questions. I hope to see you guys in another video of mine, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.